Okay, so I was just talking about saving seeds from broccoli plants. One of the varieties here that I have is a variety called Waltham broccoli. I got the seeds from my gardener, and I do try to encourage y'all to get seeds from some of the smaller companies, just because, like, if nobody saved seeds, we would not have heirlooms and things like that, varieties that are hundreds of years old, and we do. So it is important work. I really do believe that. Just like it's important work for us to save our own seeds, to try to grow. If a plant grew well in your climate and you save seeds from it, you are more likely to have success growing those plants and that variety in the future. But Waltham broccoli in particular is the majority of the seeds that I'm saving. It is an 85-day to maturity broccoli variety, which most broccoli is around that. It's like in the 80 to 95 day kind of range, but it can have sporadic maturity. I would like to start having broccoli like from the time it starts to cool off. When I know like I can safely plant it, it's not going to bolt on me, because that was actually what ended up happening with this broccoli, is that I planted it, we got a little bit off of it to eat, and then it bolted in our high tunnel very quickly, because obviously the high tunnel magnifies the sun, the temperature, all of it. And so most of this went to seed pretty quick. It bolted pretty quick. What I will do though is like mid-July, I will start broccoli seeds inside under grow lights, so that by early November, we are harvesting broccoli. Now, most brassicas, which broccoli is a brassica, most brassicas are very cold tolerant. In fact, things like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, kale, they are made sweeter by cooler temperatures. It really improves the flavor of them. And so, though, I don't technically need to start them that early, I do want to be able to be harvesting fairly early in the season, the fall season anyway. And so I will start some seeds in mid-July, and then I will probably plant around each month, all through like from November into the spring season, when I feel that I can't reasonably grow it anymore. My other strategy for kind of prolonging our broccoli harvest for next year is, now that we do have the outdoor beds, the raised beds set up, probably around March, and it is still very cool, and we've had frosts well into April here, but I won't have to be worrying about them bolting and getting super, super hot in the high tunnel. So probably around February or March, when I am transplanting out small seedlings, I will be planting them out in the raised beds, like some out in the raised beds, just so we've got some that hopefully can take us through like May, which is when it really starts to get warm up here, and way too warm for, things like kale, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, all of that. So talking about saving seeds, but I then also wanted to come full circle and talk about growing. Obviously, any broccoli seed packet is going to let you know, like, ideally seed to harvest, what the ideal growing temps are, but it's always great to grow, to grow things in their appropriate season. And I also have found that a lot of seed packets don't actually mention fall planting for a lot of things, which to me is very frustrating, because fall and winter you know, if you're growing season appropriate things, is actually a much easier season to grow in because your pest pressure is so much less. And, you know, like you just end up getting a sweeter, better, more delicious product at the end. But I'm done saving my seeds. I got a whole, that's like a third of a jar, maybe a little bit more than that. So I love it. I've got plenty of broccoli seeds to last me, and I don't have to go buy them.